welcome to my channel. It is time for our series on an email list. So if you're new here, I've been talking about my 7 secrets to blowing up on TPT, and secret number 6 is my email list. So there's been a lot of other things we've talked about, how to make beautiful covers and how to do SEO and keywords on Teachers Pay Teachers. I think that TPT is kind of a niche marketplace, so it's hard to kind of find this advice. So if you don't know my story, my name is Emily. I have been exceeding my teaching income now for several months, and I was able to achieve that in just 6 months, going from 0 to making more than I make as a teacher on Teachers Pay Teachers. And I'm here to help you figure out how to do the same through my 7 secrets to blowing up on TPT. Like I said, this is about step number 6, which is building your email list, which also, hear me, this is your gold mine. When you're talking about long, sustaining business growth, it's all about the email list. And so we're gonna spend some time talking about that today. If you're curious about any of the other previous ones, I want you to go check those out first, because that'll kind of get you wound up, because I'm starting from kind of the basics, like starting your store, and then we're getting here to email list. Now, I've been getting some feedback, and I've been really excited to get that about can you spend more time diving into product creation and how to do kind of the nitty gritty of actually making the products and listing them. Getting lots of questions like that. And if you have more questions or have suggestions for what videos to make in the future, please by all means put those in the comments, because I'm about done with this series on blowing up on TPT. So I'm kind of looking toward what the next bunch of content is going to be. So just let me know what you want from me, and I am happy to tell you anything I know. So let's talk about that email list. First of all, I want to preface that I recently made a great big email shift. I have been using Mail Chimp for my email providing service for years and years, because I had this baby blog since I was in college or something like that I basically just did as a way for family members to keep up with me and close friends. But anyway, I had this email list for that was 200 people, and I had that on MailChimp, and I had it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And then when I started my TPT store, and once I had a couple products rolling, and I noticed that the TPT search engine was really starting to take off, and my Teachergram was doing okay, I was well, okay, I need to think about social media marketing a little bit more thoroughly. And so then I dove into my email list a little bit more, and I made a segment within MailChimp for my Joyful Noise teaching subscribers. And there was where I provided them freebies. I started with a choice board, and I set that up as if you subscribe to my emails, then you immediately get a link to this choice board. And I did that for a really long time. But then I started hearing more and more about lead magnets. Lead magnet is a fancy way of saying, I'm gonna give you something for free so that I can have your email address. That's basically it. And then once you have that email address, it's on you as the business person to just be really thoughtful. How am I using this person's contact information? Do they want to stay on this email list? Because people can unsubscribe from your email list with a click of a button at any time. In fact, on every single email I send out, at the bottom it says, click here to unsubscribe, no hard feelings. Because no one's held captive to my email address. I want them to be there if it's helpful for them, and not have to feel like they need to be there if it's not. And speaking of which, that's why I always use the 70-30 rule. Email is a little bit different. In social media content, I would firm 80-20 or even 90-10, where you don't want to be salesy on social media all the time, because that's a place where you're hanging out. I would say email is more where people are a little bit more receptive to receiving those sales pitches, because when you go to your email, you're a little bit more in work mode, not hangout fun mode. Now, the ratio is only a little bit different though. I'm still saying 70% value, here's a hack, here's advice, here's some ideas, here's some teaching activities, whatever. 30% sales pitches, but I'm not talking about go buy this right now. You can have 30% off, a direct sales pitch all the time, although there is a place for that sometimes. Sometimes it's also nice just to have a soft sale in there. So a lot of the time I will start with value-added content in the body of an email, and then underneath that have a soft sales pitch to follow up with a little bit. So 70-30 rule, and if you want to be even more comfortable, stick with 80-20. Go ahead and start thinking about what lead magnets you want to develop, because that's how you get people on your list. Is you say, if you subscribe to my email list, you will get X, Y, and Z. Now, my website is emilykarst.com. I'll mention that in the box below if you want to click over and just kind of get inspired by how that's set up. And I have a page on my email or on my website called Freebies. So people click on the freebies link, and then there's pictures, and it's my product covers from Teachers Pay Teachers, because most of those used to be on Teachers Pay Teachers, and then I decided to make them lead magnets. Their product cover is on that page. People click the product cover and it takes them to a landing page. A landing page is that thing you see all the time that says, join my mailing list, or get my freebie, or download your freebie here. And then people put their name, their email address, and then they're on your list. And then you follow up with an email. Okay, so this starts them in what's called a workflow. This is where I also want to preface that I've been with MailChimp forever and ever and ever and ever. And last week, I had a conversation with my friend Aileen of Mrs. Miracle's Music Room, who knows a lot more than me about everything. And she said, you should think about Flodesk. So I checked out Flodesk. And yeah, I'm completely obsessed. I wish that I had switched over to Flodesk a long time ago, because in my opinion, MailChimp is so confusing. I'm really techie. If you follow me on Instagram, I give a lot of tech tips all the time. Like, technology is kind of my thing. And MailChimp is not intuitive. And I was constantly having to look up tutorials for like, how do I do this? How do I do that? Like, it is so confusing. And Flodesk is the total opposite. I haven't had to look up a tutorial for anything. It's just like very user-friendly. And so I'm going to talk to you in a second about a workflow that I set up through Flodesk. But if you're just now starting to build your email list, I would definitely do Flodesk. And I think they're $40 a month or something like $39 or something like that a month, which is extremely reasonable because I was paying $70 a month for MailChimp. So when I heard 40, I was like, oh, great, absolutely sign me up, because it's unlimited emails and unlimited sends. MailChimp charges you more money once you get to certain like amounts of people on your email list. And now I have 5,000 people on my email list. So like, I was paying a lot of money for MailChimp, and I was about to have to pay a lot more. So I was over the moon to hear about unlimited emails and unlimited sends for $40. But then Flodesk offered an affiliate link for me. And so if you sign up through my affiliate link, which I'll put in the comments below, you can actually get Flodesk for $19 a month. That is dirt cheap, and it's better than MailChimp. So definitely do it. And in fact, if you want a tutorial for how to set up your whole branding on Flodesk, more than happy to do that. Just like let me know in the comments and we'll make a video about it. Okay, so here's my structure. I do 2 emails a week. My loose structure for those 2 emails are mostly they're on Mondays and Wednesdays. I find that's the best time for my audience, mostly in the morning, around like 6 o'clock in the morning. And then those 2 emails, one of them is always a roundup. So like, here's things from around the web that I think you might be interested in, just linked in there. And then at the very bottom, I'll put a link to a couple TPT products, but not hard sell them. They're just kind of there. Second one is usually like some sort of seasonal thing or piece of advice or whatever, like something unique. So I'll maybe talk about St. Patrick's Day right now, or I'll talk about like activities for spring teaching, or I'll talk about some classroom decor that I'm into, whatever, like something new, something seasonal. And then under that, I'll do a little bit of a harder sell where I'm saying like, hey, here's this new product that I made, or like right now I have an online course that's all about how to build and make digital resources. Like I'm teaching how to make virtual field trips and choice boards and Google Slides games and all the things. And if you want to be in that online course, then by all means, I would love to have you in my online course. I'll put a link down there so you can sign up, but I'll like put that at the bottom of the email, because right now, anyone who signs up for my online course before April 1st gets $25 off of registration. So if you want to register for that course, it's in the comments. But that's kind of the structure for my emails. Is Monday email is a roundup, Wednesday email is a seasonal plus a sales pitch. And then occasionally on Sundays, I'll also have an email going out to my email list with a YouTube video, like the one I'm making right now. Will go out in a email probably on a Sunday. Other than that, that's all I do with my email list. I like I said, it's a super valuable resource. And I don't think that it's something that you want to be misusing. And so as you have these 5,000 people or however many people you eventually have on your email list in front of you as an audience all the time, you need to be really thoughtful about how you treat them, what you send them, and that you're providing value so that they want to stay on your email list, because that's their prerogative to leave at any time. So like, that's kind of what I always keep front of mind is are the things I'm sending beautiful to look at, easy to read, easy to digest, actually useful? And then are the sales pitches that I'm making sales pitches people on this list want to receive because they like my products and they want to know what I have coming, and so they want to receive these sales pitches. So I'm always making sure my product quality is high, so people want to get the sales pitch. Okay, so I think that's basically it, except for I wanted to walk you really quickly through the idea of a workflow, because I know this was kind of confusing to me when I first started. Here's what a workflow is. Say someone comes across me on Instagram for the first time through an Instagram reel. They watch my reel and they're like, okay, cool, I like her vibe, I'm gonna follow her. So they follow me, they watch my Instagram story, and say in my Instagram story, I say, I'm sending out an email, in my Instagram story, I say, okay, I've got all these virtual libraries for free. If you would like them, and this is a true story, this happened last week. If you would like one of my virtual libraries, feel free to join my email list, just swipe up, subscribe to my email list, and I'll send you those virtual libraries. Okay, so then now they're kind of in the pipeline. So say they swipe up on that story, because I just got the swipe up, so I'm kind of excited about it. And then they put into the box their name, their email address. So then they're signed up. They're going to get a welcome email from me. So first the form, that's what they signed up on, that's step 1 of the workflow. Everything before that is the marketing that I'm doing to get people into the workflow. But when they sign up for the form, they are now in the workflow. Step 2 of the workflow is the welcome email they get in their inbox delivering the freebie. And usually I'm doing it, well, not usually, every single one of my welcome emails is the same. And it's a really well-crafted email that I spent a lot of time on because everybody's getting it. It's their first impression to my email list. That's like, welcome, here's who I am, here's what I provide, here's your freebie, here's a soft sell. That's what my welcome email is. So then people look at the email, hooray, that's step 2 of the workflow. And then step 3 is when they receive their regularly scheduled email content that everybody on the email list is getting. So if they signed up on a Thursday night, they got all the freebies, they got all the stuff, then on Sunday morning, they'll get my YouTube video email, and from then on, they're just part of my normal flow. So that's what a workflow is. It's not hard to set up through Flodesk, but I'm very, very happy to do a tutorial. If you would rather be like, I just don't want to like mess with it, I just want to be shown step by step, I'm happy to do that. And just in general, guys, any other tutorials that you're wondering about, like, I would love to help you. It's been a while now, so some of the stuff that was confusing to me at the time, I've like forgotten how confusing it was to start out. So go ahead and tell me in the comments if there's something specifically you want me to walk you through. I'm happy to do that. We can even do a screen share and kind of like mimic the online course feel if that's something you want to do. Anyway, thank you for being here for this series. We're about to wrap it up next week with reviews on Teachers Pay Teachers. Please make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. And if you are one of my people that is just like really kind part of my community that's always hyping me up, and you know who you are because you're so sweet, please share this video and this YouTube channel with whoever. It only exists to help teachers and teacherpreneurs, and I would love as many people as can be helped by it to be connected to it. So I'll see you soon.